Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Member in the video, and today I'm talking about how the Golden State Warriors dynasty / era could be coming to an end pretty soon in the NBA, meaning in the next 1 to 2 years, their era of the Golden State Warriors, this dynasty of completely dominating the NBA, knowing who's going to win the NBA Finals before the season even starts, is going to be over. Now, I'm going to be giving 3 reasons for this. Now, it's happy y'all might be like, really happy and hope this happens and hope it ends, and then the other half, should I say the other bandwagon people that like Golden State, yeah, they're gonna hope this doesn't happen. But in behalf of the entire NBA, I also hope this happens. And rooting for a team that goes in the Western Conference, I also hope this happens. So I'm gonna be giving 3 reasons why I think they could be done and why I do think it's going to end in the near future. So without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason for this video is going to be that their bench got obliterated. I mean, last year's bench looks nothing like this year's bench. As last year, on their bench, they had players like Nick Young, Patrick McCaw, Omri Casper, David West, Zaza Pachulia, and JaVale McGee. And a lot of those players, though, were not star players that are going to make your team beastly or anything, but they're role players that every championship team needs to have. A championship team needs to have a very good bench, or a bench that has a lot of good veteran role players that know their role and can do their role very successful. Well, they lost all of those players off their bench. Literally every player I just mentioned, they lost. And that is going to hurt them a ton. Because now, like, not only is their bench going to be worse, but now it's going to force their starting 5 to play even more minutes. And those minutes going up is going to fatigue them as the year goes on. But also, they are a lot less susceptible to injuries. As last year, they were able to have Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond, and Steph Curry. They all 4 got hurt last year. And still, their record really didn't show it just because their bench was pretty good and they were able to replace them. And none of them were hurt at the same time. But now let's just say, like, one of their starters, like JaVale McGee, the least important player in their starting 5 by far last year, let's just say he gets hurt. Last year they had David West, Zaza Pachulia, and a whole bunch of other players to replace them. Now they have Jordan Bell and Damian Jones. So, I mean, that's going to hurt him a lot. And without David West was a very nice player off their bench last year. And without him being able to play for them because he retired, that's going to really be, like, something to look at. And I think they're going to be hurting a lot, even with the additions of DeMarcus Cousins. Jordan Bell will probably actually be starting this year. So, I mean, DeMarcus Cousins is going to be their starter. So, and with DeMarcus coming off that Achilles injury, he's going to be playing limited minutes, and he's going to be a lot more susceptible to injuries than if he was fully healthy. So, I mean, with him coming off that injury, they're going to need very good backups. And Jordan Bell's a solid player, don't get me wrong, but Damian Jones, he's young, and I don't know how I feel about him yet. So, I mean, they are a lot less deep at that center position, which is going to hurt them, but not even just at that center position. But look at their shooting guard spot. Their shooting guard spot is probably what got hurt the most. Point guard really didn't get hurt at all. But when you look at their shooting guard, I mean, if Klay Thompson gets injured, they're going to have a huge hole in that spot, in that 2 spot. Because now look, last year they had Nick Young and Patrick McCaw to back them up. Nothing wrong. Nick Young, very solid, good scorer and good shooter. Patrick McCaw, just all around good player. But now Patrick McCaw declined his thing, and Nick Young still had yet to sign with the team. Now their backup for Klay Thompson, Jacob Evans and Kendrick Nunn. I mean, that is a huge drop. Now you lose all that veteran experience, and then you put in 2 young guys that are nowhere near the level. Now, Patrick McCaw and Nick Young aren't these great players, all-star level players coming off the bench, but they're still very solid. Could be a 6-man on a lot of other teams. But, I mean, Jacob Evans and Kendrick Nunn, they are not 6-man, and they are not as good as Patrick McCaw or Nick Young, at least not yet in their career. So, I mean, they downgraded a lot. But not only did they lose all those players off their bench, but they also lost pretty much all, besides their starting 5, obviously, pretty much a ton, at least, not all, but a lot of their veteran leadership off the bench. David West was a great veteran, great leader off the bench for him. He retired. Nick Young, not the best veteran, but still a veteran that's been in the playoffs a couple times. He knew what he was doing, was not going to crack under pressure. He's gone. There's just a JaVale McGee. He's been in the league for a while. Not the best veteran, but still very nice player to have off your bench. Not going to crack under pressure. He's gone. Zaza Pachulia, he's old, been in the league a while, was with the Golden State Warriors, is a good veteran to have. He's gone. They lost so much veteran leadership and just veterans off their bench. That is just going to have to come back and hurt them in the future. But then, my second reason, they're getting older. Father Time is undefeated, and I mean, they're not getting to the point to where it's like, oh my god, they're going to start declining. but some of the players in their starting five are like, they're getting up there. As I mean, just look, both Steph Curry and Kevin Durant are 30 years old. Now, 30 is not when you just decline and get a big jump off. But I mean, once you get around 31 to 32, that's when it's like, this is the fringe. It's going to like start, this about where you cap up. And then when you get to 33 to 34, that's where you start declining. And I mean, that's going to hurt them a lot. And yes, those two pieces are huge pieces for their starting lineup. But then even look at their bench. They have Andre Iguodala and Shaun Livingston. Shaun Livingston is 33. Iguodala is 34. They're going to start dropping off bad. Shaun Livingston had a drop off from 2 years ago to this year. He had a drop off. But Iguodala, he's still been a great player, great defensive player for them. But once Iguodala starts getting to where like he's so old, he's just like not the same player he used to be. And Livingston also, I mean, Livingston is a huge backup point guard for them. He's a huge piece of their bench. And Iguodala starts in the finals a lot of times just because of how good he is on defense. And if Iguodala starts getting too old to be as efficient as he is, that is going to hurt them a ton, as their death lineup will be no more. Now, yes, DeMarcus Cousins is probably going to start over Iggy no matter what. But like that death lineup, say one of them gets hurt. Say Cousins gets hurt, right? And then he's out for a season. And then you want to put Iggy in a death lineup. But Iggy's going to be 35 probably by the time the finals rolls around. So, and I mean, now he might not be as efficient, might be slower. You just want to be as good on defense. And your death lineup just took a huge hit from what it was last year. That's going to hurt bad. And then you put Shaun Livingston in for Curry. It's going to be even more of a drop. Now, obviously, it's already a drop-off. But Shaun Livingston's usually a very good player. But, I mean, he's going to be 34 around the time the finals comes around. And he's going to start slowing down a lot. So, I mean, it's just going to get, like, very interesting to see how the older you get, how they kind of develop. In a few years, in 2 years, everybody from the big four that the Warriors currently have, and which I mean is Durant, Draymond, Klay, and Curry, they're all going to be at least 30 years old. And in 2 years, Kevin Durant and Curry will be 32. So they're going to be capping out, and Klay Thompson, Draymond will be getting close to capping out on their potential. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting in the next coming years to see how they develop. But I think the biggest reasons why I think they might just be coming to an end in the next 1 to 2 years, their contracts just are expiring all at the wrong times. Now, besides Steph Curry, they're going to have a lot of contract issues at work. Because, I mean, just look. I mean, in the next 2 years, they have tons of big decisions to make. Klay Thompson's contract is up this year. And, I mean, there's been reports coming from people saying that he might wind up in LA, that he might want to go to LA. His dad even said that he might want to see Klay Thompson in LA, and that would be a smart decision for Klay Thompson to make. And I mean, Klay Thompson probably wants a max deal, and I don't think they're going to be able to give him a max deal, and if they do, that's going to cause even more problems either further down the road. But then also another huge contract that is up, Kevin Durant. I mean, what are you going to do with that? You're going to obviously offer Kevin Durant the max, I mean, for however long he wants to stay, probably another 1 year deal. But I mean, with how many reports going around that Kevin Durant wants to leave the Warriors, and that is going to leave the Warriors, it is looking like Kevin Durant is leaving the Golden State Warriors almost no matter what. And obviously, I just think DeMarcus Cousins is already like pretty much known to be a 1 year rental this year, but he's also going to be gone. So that's a potential of losing Klay, Kevin Durant, and DeMarcus Cousins all in one offseason. And that will leave you with Draymond and Steph Curry, which is still a good duo, but not a championship level duo anymore. But say, alright, say you somehow keep Durant or you somehow keep Klay. I think Klay is more realistic to keep. So say you keep Klay Thompson. So now you have the original big three that you had in the first finals that you won. Well, now, next year, now you have to worry about signing Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and Shaun Livingston. Now, Andre Iguodala and Shaun Livingston, they know they're getting older. Maybe they're going to be like, alright, let's take less money. But Draymond Green wants this max deal. He declined. He said, no, I'm not taking this extension on the current contract I'm on. I want a max deal in the future. So next year, not next year, but the next, they're going to have to work out a way to get a max deal. Klay Thompson's going to want a max deal, and Steph Curry already has a super max deal. So, I mean, that is going to be very hard to organize, from giving Shaun Livingston the money he wants, from giving Andre Iguodala the money he wants, to getting your bench piece that you do need while doing this. Your bench is going to suffer. Draymond Green's going to want a max, Klay is going to have a max, and then Curry's max is also going to be up. But then, after, say, 2 years, if you somehow manage to re-sign Klay and Draymond, in 2 more years, Steph Curry's max contract, and he's not going to want a max, he's going to want a super max contract, and that's just going to cause so much money problems. And I just don't think their money or cap is going to be able to keep up. And I think their team's going to get obliterated, not because of their fault, but just because they don't have enough money to go around. I really do think that. So yeah, but unfortunately, guys, look at me for reveals. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think the Warriors dynasty/era could be coming to an end in the NBA? Do you want it to come to an end? Do you want it to keep going? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions below. And any of the ideas you want to see me make in the future, comment those below as well. And if you did like the video at any point, like button and subscribe button, that would mean the world to me. And I have to thank y'all so much for all the support y'all been showing. We're at not 200, 926 subscribers. I cannot thank y'all enough for how much support y'all been showing. We are literally almost only 70 subs away. We are 74 subscribers away from 1K, dude. 1,000 subscribers. That is a huge number. Now I'm not going to look too far into the future. I'm going to live in the present. I'm going to keep grinding every single day, getting these video outs for you every single day. Going to keep grinding as long as y'all are showing support. And probably even if y'all weren't showing support, I would still be grinding out these videos every single day for whoever would watch. And I just cannot thank y'all so much for all the support y'all been showing. And I mean, I'm going to address this in the outro. I mean, obviously, probably not many people are going to see this. But I mean, if y'all have a problem with me praising God and everything at the end of the videos and thanking Him for the position He put me in, for all the blessings He's given me, because He has. He's the reason I'm here. He gave me the blessing. He's the reason I'm here. If you have a problem with it, you might as well either unsubscribe or just stop watching the channel in general. Because, I mean, regardless of what you think or what your beliefs are, that's probably not going to change my beliefs. No, it's not going to change my beliefs. No matter what you say, I mean, I'm going to always praise Him. He's the reason I'm here. And I feel like you have to give praise for Him every successful thing you do. It's the only right thing to do since He's the reason I'm here and He's the reason y'all are here as well. So, I mean, I have to give thanks to Him. So, yeah. If you have a problem with that, I'm not going to stop. So I just have to thank Him for all the blessings and everything He's given me and the reason I lived through this. So I mean, I just cannot think. I don't want to get it out of the way. I'm not going to probably address this ever again. I just want to address it now and like to tell y'all that. But yeah, so I hope you have a blessed day. Because I have a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you tomorrow's video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, 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 blah.